All right, welcome to another episode of It's Just B.S. I'm so excited that you're here and I'm here and we're just freaking connecting. So, again, this is the real, the raw Yasha Wells and just exposing everything business, personal, just all the things. So, from a show of hands, please let me know, drop a comment, reply back to my email. Let me know if you got super busy last week and it felt like you were on fire for the first part of January. Like, hello, yes, like so many opportunities have been knocking at my door, and I'm just so grateful and thankful for them. However, there's a real reality that I think we need to address with potential clients, and that's people that may be relocating or moving, and if they bought new construction homes, I feel like people are not being, or I don't want to say people, agents who are not experienced are not really running the numbers that and delivering that news or message to sellers the right way. So I say all of that to say is because I had a referral from a private client who was sending me another seller that they work with, or another, a coworker that they work with. They were sending them to me to help for me to help them sell their home. They were previously listed on the market with another agent, and they decided to pull their home off the market back in October, and now they have a hard deadline to literally relocate because they are military by March. And so that is really just putting the fuel to the fire. They did just let me know, like literally 5 seconds ago, that their request for extension here is probably going to get denied. So if that doesn't make things already like just on a level 10 and just the stress level, like because they had their home on the market last year, didn't work out, they had literally zero showing activity, and just a lot of things came to light when they were going through that process, working with that previous agent. But I say all that to say is we're not going to have all the opportunities presented to us without having just different solutions. So I immediately, because it was weighing heavy on me, I was like, hey, you guys, we need to have a conversation today. So like, let's talk about this. And what that conversation looked like last night was, hey, I honestly don't think you or me listing your house on the market, me being your agent, listing your house on the market is going to be the best way to help you get this sold. Then I put on my investor hat because that's who I am. I'm like, hey, can I buy this? Does this make sense for me to buy? Because this house was newly built in 2023. However, the rental numbers did not make sense in comparison to their monthly mortgage. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's not good. So basically right now in their community, just looking at their community, there's about quite a few homes that are being rented out right now. But I think it's like about 23, I think max rent. So just, to kind of cut it short, is max rent was $2,300 a month. Their current mortgage payment is $2,700 a month. Because it was VA, they literally put $0 down. So their mortgage payment, PITI, is $2,700 a month. There is also a CDD fee in there. So I was like, dude, doesn't look good. Like really, like where their mortgage balance is right in this moment is right where they should be selling. And because there's a VA funding fee, so, and then they covered all their closing costs, like all those things that was already built into their previous mortgage. And so they have paid it down. So it was like really their purchase price, even though it was $325, their price was $336 is what they really took a loan out for, and now they're paying it down to $322. So I say all that to say the numbers just didn't, the math wasn't mathing. And with that being said, the math wasn't mathing, so I put my investor hat on and I said, oh, okay, this is not the best solution. So here's what we can do. And that is doing an axe deal. Now, I'm in a lot of different investor groups. I do have quite a few mentors and just coaches and things like that help me run the plays, right? So big shout out to my coaches and mentors have gotten me to this level in the game, right? So I say all that to say is that they told me, hey, okay, this is what we can do. The axe is the play here. So with an axe deal, is where I basically will still help them find a tenant buyer for their property. So we're not going to list it on the MLS or anything like that. I'm literally going to market the hell out of this property on Facebook and just post it everywhere humanly possible every freaking day to help them find a tenant buyer who will put a substantial down payment on the home. They are going to go through like the tenant screening, and I will help with the tenant screening, and it's going to get them mortgage ready. Now, mortgage ready is basically where they may not be able to qualify today, but they will be able to qualify, let's say, in 12 months or 24 months or 2.5 years. And I'm going to help the sellers basically go through that screening process, get that down payment, and help them still sell their property. Now, this does not involve a commission. This is me again with my investor hat on, and this is how I'm able to help save them from one, foreclosure, two, from just selling their home and having to write a huge check. Like, nobody wants to do that in 2025, right? So that is where things are. And so I want you, and I shared this with you guys because I'm really dropping the tea here. Like, this is stuff I've had to pay thousands of dollars for in regards to coaching, but this provided another outlet for my seller that I'm going to work with to help find them a solution, because that is what we get paid to do, is we get paid to help people find solutions. So say all that to say is that's the solution that I'm providing to this particular client. And what's sad is, I was texting my coach back, my mentor back, and I was just like, he was like, we're going to start seeing a lot more of these coming down the pipeline. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, for real, like, this makes me super sad to hear that, because like, nobody wants to just break even. Like, you already do so much to get qualified for a home, providing all the documents, the house hunting, the moving in, like, just all the things, for you to hear that, oh, if I list my house on the market, this is going to be the outcome. And it's not going to be a good one, and it's going to be one where I have to stroke a check. Like, nobody wants to hear that. So I get it, but this is the real reality. And for you to stand above the rest is having these tools in your tool belt, in your toolbox, to be able to provide solutions to sellers. Like, that's straight up what it is. Now, I do want to say I'm still making money on this deal. And the way I'm making money on this deal is by whatever the down payment that this tenant buyer puts on this property. So let's say it's $10,000, let's say it's $20,000. I am splitting that 50-50 with the sellers, and I explained it very clearly, simply and plainly, just like that, hey, we are going to split this down payment. And then you're going to make sure your mortgage is covered. We're going to set up that agreement. We're going to also set up a future price for this, and this is how we're going to do it. So I hope this was helpful in regards to just providing a solution, because like, I didn't just have that conversation last night with one seller, I had it with two. And so that means it really is coming. So my mentor was 100% right. That is coming. Now moving on to more exciting news. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Just send me a reply to this email, and I will get your questions answered. Also, on to more exciting news. I am going to be hosting a women's empowerment event. It's not going to be just real estate sales focused or anything like that. Like, this is really about like time management and just the wellness aspect of us as women. And if you're like me, I am also a busy working mom with not just one kid, but I got 4. So, and their ages are from 16 to 3, if you didn't know. So, I just am excited about this. This really got me fired up to hold an event with these other 2 amazing women here in Northeast Florida with me. And we're going to be putting on this event on April 2nd, and it's going to be from 10 to 1. It's at 3 hours. We're going to have one panel and one guest speaker. And I'm so excited because, I think it's something that's needed. We don't need more sales, strategies and marketing tips per se. But I think we need to take care of us on the inside and dealing with balance and just all the things that make us, women, all the emotions that we feel, all the things that we feel. So I am super excited to be hosting that with them. So if you're interested in that as well, let me know. I would love to send you a personal invitation to the event and for you to join us on April the 2nd, 2025 from 10 to 1. We will have some refreshments and food for you to snack on throughout the day. So I'm super excited. And I think we're even getting wellness shots. So this was just an idea that was born last week, and we already got busy planning the event. So again, super excited, and I'm happy to share that with you all. And yeah, I'm so excited. What else is going on with me? Oh, so last week, oh man, I felt going back to the beginning of this, I felt like the world was starting to fall this week, but the last week I was on freaking fire. Just got a couple new listings, and I have one coming on this week. I have a couple coming on next month. So just that runway of planning and getting photos and videos scheduled, all the things, and just communication. So with that being said, I had 2 deals. I put in 3 offers last week. 2 of the 3 deals fell apart. One was a full price offer. Actually, both were full price offers. So both were full price offers. They were not asking for anything crazy, like any concessions or anything like that. One, the seller decided to put or take off the property off the market. And I was like, dude, what in the heck? Maybe they felt like it was too low. I don't know, what they listed for is too low and it's worth more. So I just kind of am going to keep my eye on that one because my buyer was upset, and so was I, because I was like, dude, we literally met with these people last week. Everything was a go. We sent the offer over. We told them, we have the resources and the people to get this done. So let's do this. And it just fell apart. Second deal fell apart actually just this morning. I knew it was coming because we prepared the cancellation last night. But with that, it was just the area location for what the buyer was looking to do and build in the area. It just was not happening. So that one fell apart. And it is what it is, right? So I guess, it's a numbers game. We know this business is a numbers game. So thankfully I do have other opportunities, but buyers also transact a little bit quicker than listings. So, I'm just kind of so just trying to keep that momentum and fire up. So the event planning this morning definitely helped me and made me get excited to come on here and share. And I'm also just filming for YouTube today. Some things that I'm also looking at for marketing wise, and I think I may have mentioned this last week, but it's to just show up. It's to show up for your people because you never know who's freaking watching you. I will say the reason why I got this one listing was because I am showing up on Instagram. They saw me, they said my video popped up, it popped up again. Or another video of mine popped up and they were like, oh, what is she doing? She's putting these blue pieces of tape on the wall. So steal that content idea. And I don't want to say steal, take that content idea, girl. And and do the same thing, because they were like, when I went to the listing appointment or when I had the kind of preliminary call with them, they were like, the agent that represented us when we bought this home, they were like, we didn't even get that. We had to demand a final walkthrough. And I'm like, what? No way, Jose. No way. So I say all that to say, is like, you never know who's watching you online, and pretend like, I had to just put in my mind, like, the content doesn't have to be perfect. Hence why I'm doing a freaking podcast on video. And I was like, I'm not editing this. I'm just keeping this real raw and just messy. But I was like, I need to get the information out there to my people, to my tribe, to the girlies that want to build a better business, who want to learn the tips. Because if you know Yasha, like me, like, I do not gatekeep, and I will give you the shirt off my back. I will give you everything I got to see you succeed. Oh my gosh, and I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying that, because I really just want to build better businesses for agents across everywhere. And if this is what I have to do and just be real raw and messy, like, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I, on a weekly level, like, there doesn't need to be all this freaking fancy editing. There doesn't need to be any of that. Like, I just need to get the message out. So hence why this is the way I'm doing it. I'm not even going on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all the things. Like, I don't even need all that. Like, I know how to use YouTube. Use what you got. I'm using YouTube and I mark it as it's a podcast, and I'm putting it here, and this is what I'm doing. I'm giving my just raw, this is my diary. This is my just where I get to just unleash Yasha and do all the things that I do. So that's kind of me from the last 7 days. Like, I'm glad the kids are back in school. They are ramping back up with the homework, the projects. My youngest was Star Student of the Week, so I had his Star Student poster, and, we get to do all the festivities during the week, like bring his favorite book, his favorite toy, bring a special treat in, and he gets to share his poster with his friends in class for the whole week. So I'm excited for him, because he also feels very special, doing that. And I got to do that for my other children as well when they were in preschool. So I get to do it with him. So, But anyways, I am going to leave you here, because this has gone, like, I was like, okay, when I built out this plan, I was like, okay, my podcast is going to be 8 to 10 minutes, because I'm not going to have enough to say, but your girl got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, a lot to just talk about, just filling you in, and inviting you to things, talking about the things. So sometimes this may be a little shorter, sometimes this might be long like this one, but the important thing is getting the message out. Let me know if you want me to do a Google My Business audit for you. I am down for that. Like, I get off on that. Like, that's like, when I just geek out. I don't know if anyone geeks out like I do with tech and just things. But I also met with a bomb SEO strategist who gave me a ton of feedback on just even my website. So she's supposed to be sending me her proposal, and if I highly recommend her, like, once I get it back and kind of see, like, she's also local here to Jacksonville, which is awesome, like being able to work with someone and support other small businesses. But we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted on that one, because I have her working on presenting me with 2 proposals for both businesses that I have, and I even recommended it to my husband. So, because I was like, hey, dude, like, you might need this, or if you're just wanting to, like, look and see, like, what's happening here. She broke down the data, like looking at my clicks and all the things. So shout out to her. I'll keep you posted on her and see if I, I'll link her if I recommend her. Obviously, I met her at a networking event just last week. So got on her calendar and all the things. So, all right, I'm cutting this short, girlies. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. Let me know what you're doing, what you're up to. I want to hear back from you. So please, it would really mean the world to me if you just hit the reply button on my emails, and just share with me. So I love you as always, and I will catch you guys next week for It's Just BS. It's just business strategies, because I'm your business bestie, Yasha. Bye.